funny. When I was a kid, I was driving to school. My mom would take us to school every day, and we would listen to the radio. And one station specifically was KSOR, which played Christian music back in that day on 96.1 FM. And as I just loved the music so much, I said to myself, someday I'm going to work for KSOR. And lo and behold, I did. But by that time, it switched to teaching talk, but I still worked there. And I got a lot of great experience there. But that's where it all starts for every kid, right? Didn't you have the transistor radio underneath your pillow, listening to the DJs? You knew every DJ that was on that day, and you just waited for the next guy to come on. I get to do this today in Boerne, Texas. So I get to be a homer for the home schools, for the high schools. I do local news and local sports, and it all starts with Boerne. All the voices are local. And that's the secret sauce. That's what's killed radio. As radio's changed, hey, that's not my fault. They got all their talent from Nashville and LA. We're doing it all local here, and people just love it. And the news is just silly stuff. There's a quilt meet on Friday, and that's news, And it's just wonderful and charming. It's almost like going back in time doing it this way as we're playing the greatest music of all time. It's a dream come true to just do radio the right way. And to do it in Boerne, Texas is even better. One of our catchphrases is that I love Boerne and I love Boerne radio. And I get every Tom, Dick, and Harry to say that into my microphone, and they get to hear their own voices on that. And so they've got skin in the game, but they just keep repeating, I love Boerne, I love Boerne, I love Boerne, and that creates that community you're talking about. We also say we love our neighbors, and so we do things, well, for example, here in the summertime, we're raising school supplies for the kids in Comfort, which is just up the road. Boerne's affluent and doing well, and so in the spirit of loving your neighbors, hey, let's take care of our neighbors, building community. But I've been blessed back by that already in the short 2 years, 3 years we've been doing this. I got struck by lightning here last month, and these storms that came through. Thanks for the heads up, Albert Flores.
Sorry, I don't work.
That's right. So with that said, I got struck by lightning once and then twice in the same month, which took us down. Literally to the point where we were up at half power, but you couldn't get us on the other side of town. And this town said, hey, we're going to throw a fundraiser for you. I'm not a nonprofit, I'm a for-profit business. Hey, we're going to throw a fundraiser for you, and you don't even have to come. And it happened right here off of Main Street, here at the Tusculum, and raised enough money to pay for my tower climbers. And did they give me the microphone to say, hey, thanks everybody, and here's the update? No, they just did it. Because that's what community does. Boerne takes care, just like every small town, they take care of their neighbors. And that's what's just so wonderful. Community is the bottom line, that is the goal, and that's the secret sauce for every radio station, like it was back in the good old days, all right? Can you help me now? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, will you run the station? And I said, I'll only run it for you if you let me buy it from you when you're done. And he goes, I couldn't see it any other way. And so I ran it for a year and said, this is gonna work. And after that happened, I borrowed the money to buy the station from George. Here's the punchline. 2 weeks before I bought the station, George dies. He passed out, hit his head on the way down, and my engineer, who was going to stay on with me, is no longer in the picture. But Albert, I'm a big God guy, and say this is all part of the story, and every need has been taken care of, and it's just the way it's supposed to be. It's a miracle.